How's it going, everyone? In this video, we're going to be talking about Kndi stocks. I made several videos about this company. Today, it's been attacked by a short seller. We're going to go over exactly what the short seller said, and we're going to talk about exactly what could potentially happen for this stock. Yeah, the stock has been really beaten down to the downside today. We're going to go over what could potentially happen for the future. So if you're interested in listening more detail about this company, make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. What the short seller is basically saying that Kndi falsified some information that's related to the sales of their vehicles. So that is a huge allegation. And when you go and visit the short seller Twitter page, they posted a detailed information about Kndi. So there's a lot of tweets that they tweeted about this company. And when you look at the stock price, it's been beaten down to the downside today. It's down 28.34% to the downside. So that is a huge drop. You know, we've been talking about it when there's a lot of momentum in the EV sector. This is also one of the stocks that have been breaking out to the upside, but unfortunately, as you can see over here, this has been beaten down to the downside. So let's see exactly what they said they have found and covered about Kndi. You know, so one of the issues with these Chinese companies, of course, is that their numbers might be skewed or might be messed up when it comes to their accounting department when they report their sales, and some of the numbers might be frauded, you know. So that is one of the things you need to pay attention to when you get involved in these Chinese vehicle companies. So the first tweet that they said is on new from us, you know, Kndi, how this Chinese-based Nasdaq listed company used fake sales EV hype to nab $160 million from US investors. So that is the hit piece that came out. They said today we reveal we believe to be a Brazilian scheme by Kndi Technologies Group to falsify revenue using fake sales to undisclosed affiliates. Our investigation include extensive on-the-ground inspection of Knd's factories and customer locations in China, interviews with over a dozen former employees and business partners, and review of numerous litigation documents and international public records. We unmasked Kndi unnamed top customers and found that almost 64% of Knd's last 12-month LTM sales have been to undisclosed related parties. So this is the chart that they have, percentage of sales to customer A, customer B by quarters. So they believe that the company largest customer representing 55% of last 12 months LTM sales and shared an executive with Kndi. We wish the customers it's based in a tiny building next to Knd's factory with the Kndi sign up front. So they have pictures that's posted, you know, just to give you guys an introduction about Hindenburg's research. They actually reported about Nikola. Nikola got crashed and the stock went down to the downside, and the founder and the chairman, which is Trevor Milton, he resigned because they unfolded a lot of information about that company. And if they're still, you know, the company Nikola Motors is being investigated by the government. You know, their institutions are coming after the company as we speak right now. So now let's continue to what Hindenburg's talked about Kndi. So the same building housed another entity used by Kndi as part of a fake sales scheme to collect illegitimate subsidies from the Chinese government, from which it was fined and sanctioned. So this is the building that have it over there. Knd's second largest customer, representing 9% of LTM sales, was once wholly owned by Kndi. It's a website, integrates a Kndi logo with the customer's name. Export records show 91% of US exports by the customers went to entities based off of Knd's US warehouse. To support this, we have photographic evidence of one such Kndi customer's inventory sitting in Knd's own US warehouse. Entity records show the other customers are based in Knd's warehouse and shared Knd's executives. Okay, so this is the inventory they have over there. Knd's financial corroborates our concerns. Kndi has consistently booked revenue that it cannot collect, a classic hallmark of fake revenue. Okay, so this is a huge red mark, you know. So let's talk about Luckin Coffee. Luckin Coffee was a company that was supposed to be the Chinese Starbucks in a way, and their numbers were completely fake. And the stock eventually got halted for several days, and it went down, and it basically got delisted, you know. So that is one of the things that you need to be careful of. Of course, that's just an example, but of course they faked their numbers, and they're claiming that Kndi has fake revenue. So it's just a claim right now. So, and they also provide evidence. So there needs to be a serious investigation by the SEC and other investigations, you know, to start before they can verify this. But this is just a hit piece that came out that wanted the stock price to go down. So it's accomplishing exactly what they intended to do. So it still has to be an investigation, but they provide evidence that is clear. So it's a DSO, a common measures of revenue collection, was 278 days in the previous quarter, about 5.6 worse than its closest peers. Knd's top financials ranks have been a revolving door, another key sign of accounting irregularities. So as I just mentioned, accounting is a big issue when it comes to these Chinese companies. The company has 3 auditors in the past 5 years and 4 chief financial officers in the past 4 years. Knd's current auditor, Markham, was just handed a 3-year ban from auditing Chinese companies by the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, PCAOB. Rather than firing the auditor, Kndi just reported its intention to renew the engagement. Okay, that's interesting. So Knd's issues are part of a long-running pattern rather than an isolated incident. The architects of Knd's original go public transactions were charged with fraud by the SEC in 2014 for engaging in a scheme with Knd's chairman and CEO to artificially inflate its stock prices. In 2016, Knd's long-serving prior auditor was rejected from the industry by the PCAOB, specifically for failure to catch obvious signs of fraud at Knd's, including misoperations by company management and undisclosed related party transactions. So this is the evidence they have over here. Knd's current pitch to investors is focused on an imminent U.S. launch. Knd has been launching in the U.S. for 12 years. Its first U.S. vehicle were imported illegally and seized by customs. Oh, okay. A former partner said every car that eventually made it into the country broke. Knd has a reputation in China for poor quality vehicles and failing to honor service warrants. The company has reported no domestic EV sales for years outside of its minority stake in a joint venture. We expect the U.S. efforts will continue to sputter. So the final tweet that they have is that Knd raised $160 million from U.S. investors this month alone. So that is a lot of money, and if it's based off of all of this lies, then this company is definitely going to have an issues moving forward. So people are tweeting funny pictures about exactly what could potentially happen. But of course, we talked about this company in the past. We saw if there's going to be potential for this company for the future. They have technology that's invented. Let's say, for example, the battery swap technology that they have. And we went over in detail talking about exactly what they said about the company, right? So you guys can go check out that video. But this is just an allegation, of course, and there needs to be more investigation that needs to come out and go over if this is an actual fact or not. But the stock is definitely reacting negatively to the downside. The majority of, the EV companies like NIO also have been selling off to the downside. We have XPeng, Li, they're also been selling off to the downside. So it's a huge pullback for this specific company, and it's been attacked. So let me know in the comment section below if you believe this short seller, and if you are still interested in getting involved in the company. So you just have to wait and see if there's an investigation that's going to be popping up pretty soon, and that can have an impact on this company. So let me know in the comments section below, and if you have any questions or any comments, make sure you drop it. But I catch you in another video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the links in the description box below. But I catch you on another video. Peace out.